You can get shot from all angles when you're in this station area. However, if they do end up getting knocked or if they're put in a little bit of a pickle, they can use the newly found zip line mechanic in this map on Cry to get out of that situation. However, I don't think that's what's going to happen. It looks like people are pushing from all different angles here, and a third party's coming in as well.
Yeah, seems to be that way. There was at least one knock and finish. So again, multiple teams in that position, really keeping their eye on that high ground. You can also see through the walls that Magic and the rest of his squad are on the move as well. More knocks coming through. This rotation has been punishing for so many of our teams that found themselves in Sanatorium. More action still on the way, though, as they dive on in, and the shots are a little bit shaky to start, and that's not going to be good enough as Wagner has to try to finish off the rest of this battle, and actually looks like he's doing okay for now. JHC is out of there. So, yeah, Magic, Park, and COD all out of the picture. JHC has to play his life.
Absolutely, and you can see that COD Ninja doesn't have a revive flight able to be come in right now, so he's going to need to go back and get his tags instead of getting auto-revived in, but unfortunately Winter's going to get dropped right there, along with Low-Tech surprisingly dropping in Parish, considering that they had Parish all to themselves for the majority of the game so far, but Akaza is going to get eliminated by Noah Sunday, so the retaliation kill comes through. Good trade. Low-Tech gets to be revived, and it looks like Akaza actually and his team got completely eliminated there.
Yeah, kind of hard to tell here, but at the moment it looks like that very well may be the case. Loading, trying to get some long-range shots down. CoScript and Noah playing just underneath and beyond him. But difficult battle to take here. Especially, I'll say if Loading keeps missing, but if he gets a couple of tags, that may be enough for them to continue to push forward. The problem is, you can see it. Loading keeps looking up to his right. He knows that Father Ali's team is just beyond this next level of Parish. At least has an idea about it. So they're going to get to work looting for now, and okay, looks like everything's going to stay pretty calm and casual considering the opening shots. And now finally Slayer starts to shoot back, saying I see you too, but no immediate consequence for either team.
Absolutely, and to be honest, I don't think I would push either team here, considering we still have that third-party situation that could come down from the hill behind them from COD Narcos squad, but they may go for trades far range where they can pick one off, not ape or push into them and just get a kill point from it. I think that's the best way to go about this if I was on Loading's team right now, because they know that that other roster is there and they're actually running straight towards them.
Well, the zip is a play, and whoa, here we go. Nade lands as well. Loading, he's got an opportunity here. Barricade down, opening shots are clean, gets the first knock.
What?
He knows he's got Ninja down to his right. He's just going to go straight for the follow-up finish on Vague. Loading is in there. He is moving and moving quick. Still wants to try to go 1v4. There is a bounty for that, by the way, if he was to do that, but instead it's just going to be the finish on Vague, and the rest of the team will join him as they will hold this high ground spot.
That was absolutely crazy. He pretty much just solo pushed one of the best teams in the tournament, and he didn't get shot at once. Slayer, who was right there, is actually his teammate on the other team, and as soon as he seen Loading knock one of his players, he sprinted out of there like he was goddamn Usain Bolt, bro.
Snowboard, zipline, all momentum as we jump up over JHC. One of two left remaining, as Ninja and Magic will not be able to rejoin at this point. Not the most amount of kills for these guys, so yeah, I would figure that this B team here is probably just going to kind of sit and wait and try to play the best they can for position on the leaderboard. You can see as we scroll down a little bit deeper, 4K is fully healthy. It looks like all four players are there. Vague's team still staying fully healthy as well. So still a lot of squads that are in full form, although as Vague does get brought back, he is immediately taken down by Edia. So the Kilo gets into play there, and that will keep that Vague squad just a little bit more limited on total number of players.
Yeah, I wouldn't take that fight with Idiot's team because they are obviously one of the best teams in the entire game. And they're actually situated over by Station, which is in the bottom middle of the current zone.
Well, Rotisma will drop. Idiot just watching, spraying, seeing if anyone's going to drop on in. You can see that JHC and Park are on one side of this play. COD Ninja did get back into play, though, with his teammates. So they drop in completely opposite of the map. So they're going to try to maybe just split for positioning here just a touch. It's going to be difficult to secure any loot at this point in the game.
Absolutely. You do not want to take any of the fights right now because every team that has 4 players up are the best teams in the tournament. So you're just trying to stay alive for as long as possible. And maybe one of you will make it into top 3.
Yep. Well, you saw it there on the screen. It flashed. The revive period has now expired, so all of these eliminations that we're starting to see the kill feed are going to stand. Bobby's team of Belay getting some damage dealt to them. Cod Ninja, though, you also saw fall there, as well as I think one of his other teammates had been knocked. Kind of hard to tell, but looked like that may have been the case. So that little split up redrop does not fully work. In 60 seconds till the zone starts to shrink, this is where we're going to start to see some of our squads really get some damage dealt to them.
Absolutely, and there are a lot of teams outside the zone right now, so they're going to have to push in. For example, 4K's team needs to push in, COD Narco needs to push in, and there's still a bunch of people over on that left side of the map and on the right. There's only one guy in the central circle right now, which is Magic OP, but he has an entire building for himself now.
Well, the interesting thing, again, that B team was the team that split off their revive drop, so he seems to be pretty much by himself with maybe not much loot available to him, as Narco will drop in. Here's that 4K team you're talking about, full force, trying to make their way up the hill.
Absolutely, they're going to be going against Noah and Low Texas squad because they are holding them off the zone. And it looks like a knock goes straight in onto Peanut from Noah Sunday. He recently made his return into the Call of Duty Mobile Battle Royale scene 3 months ago after taking a year-long break. He was previously one of the best players from the Philippines. I honestly don't think that they're going to be able to get past this chip. I really feel like 4K may be in a terrible situation, especially considering some of them don't even have snowboards to rotate out, but Holy Father does, and he's able to get away for now, but two of the guys are going to get knocked. There's the third. Super Jeff goes down, and now it all comes down to the main man, Patter. Can he even get out of this situation to get some placement points? That's all they're hoping for now.
Well, the problem is it looks like CoScript has been reading this the entire way, but the snowboard does allow him to get out and get some separation, which is going to be important for potential placements, and I think more so for 4K. Again, they don't necessarily have to have a monster game here. They just need to secure some points, and they'll still be in the top 3 overall. But really good zoning from Noah's squad from the top of that hill, knowing they had 4K right below them. They deal with them quickly, and now it's just down to can Pater actually rotate in safely because he knows he's between 2 full squads, and looks like he's going to be riding right up in towards where CoScript positions at.
No, bro. He rotated straight into the Latin American team. I was hoping they wouldn't see him, but unfortunately, his footsteps were not silent because he wasn't using the ninja class. He had Smoke Bomber on, and there she goes. 4K, the main A team roster, has been eliminated from game number 3. CoScript and the boys seem to have a really good position in the zone with the high ground, which is going to come into their advantage going into the next zone.
Well, all the fighting is happening right below them. So will this be a very much so a moment that is, how good is the patience, I think, for these guys? Because, yes, it's absolutely the best position possible based on where the zone currently is. You can see Panchito and the rest of the guys try to rotate a little bit deeper in towards this kind of backside gas station. And they're going to even catch some high ground of their own up here on the rafters. But you saw that Panchito was looking up. He knows that Noah's team is on that high ground on the ridge above them. So they're going to be continually looking at that while also hunting for kills.
Absolutely. I would say to take the zip line straight into the station if I was them, because the next zone is actually rotating over towards that way. And where they're standing at right here is terrible. If anyone targets that area, they're going to get wiped instantly. Looks like they're actually just going to rotate over to their left instead of taking the zip line. And maybe they might be able to get the cliff face if it allows them to. But Noah's team and a bunch of other ones are going to see them rotate early, so they might get shot from behind, but it's yet to be seen.
No, it's good proactive rotation. They're going to catch not just the extension of this zone, but also the first part of the next one. And here we go. Noah's team, I'm sure at some point are thinking, maybe we rotated a little bit too late here. We're already dropping smokes, just trying to get into the battle. And they're going to find themselves kind of blindly running into every single one of our squads, really save just one. Plus, they got to still fight against the zone. Not great news here as you see the kill feeds really starting to light up, and it would be largely the team from the high ground, Panchito and co, doing a lot of the damage here from the top of the ridge.
Absolutely. Fortunately for Noah, he does have medic, and he can stay out of the zone for a little while longer if he wants to or needs to for placement point, which is obviously why that setup is so good. But Panchito's targeting Magic outside of the zone here. He's gonna go full rush mode, and it looks like another player shooting him from the side as well. It's a third party from Slayer and his whole roster. Panchito, the Latam team up, take him down while Slayer gets out of the situation, and Magic gets eliminated entirely. Oh, Slayer's right behind. I don't think he'll be able to do anything right here. He has the shotgun. He gets the one pump. This could turn into a kill. It does, but he gets eliminated straight away. See you later, Alligator. Slayer unfortunately cooked. But I believe the Latam team won.
Yeah, Panchito and Co. They had all 4 ref arrive, and it was just down to Slayer, the last solo left for him to know he's pretty much going to get guaranteed second. He still found 1 extra point there with that last confirm, so we take that. But yeah, Panchito and Co. I'm really glad that were able to just watch that rotation away, kind of from that high ground. They knew that Noah's team was sitting on top of the hilltop, but as soon as that zone started to move and shrink on its rotation back over towards the gas station, they made the proactive call, snowboarded away, did not get caught by Noah's team because they moved so quickly. And then all of a sudden you find yourself in the perfect spot following the zone from the end of the last one into the initial of the new one. Really well done positioning wise. All 4 players also, of course, staying alive helps any type of those situations. So good stuff for them as they will see themselves.
Glitch, yeah.
I've never had that, bro. Like it's the guy
No,
was
the
shooting.
thing is that the guy that caused this must die and it will stop. Well, I think the guy refused to die.
I mean, everyone.
happens very well
I
in
mean,
our country.
everyone had it. I don't think they're gonna rematch this, right?
No,
Right,
they shouldn't rematch.
Nah, bro. Everyone had the
Yeah.
glitch, so just adapt from it.
They will rematch this to pay me. We have already secured second position again now. Bro, that thing is so annoying, guys. See the laser where I chop 2 tab, I don't die. Waiting with that guy.
No, they're not gonna reset. You'll be fine.
Nah, don't restore this, bro.
No, they're not gonna do it.
Team 10 was the winner.
Team
Let's
10.
go. Second place, bro.
Wow, Team 10 won. Wow.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, bro. For us, it's good. Like from the moment, I don't think. I mean, there's still 2 more games, bro. Well,
Smith,
we
this
need
is
to
not
get.
E-lobby. This is any lobby.
Yeah, this is
not
this is
E-lobby.
NA.
Like,
Bro, Slayer, what do you think? Defender is still the best option to go with?
any.
What? What did you say, Yanaka?
Can you use medic?
I'm asking, what do you think? The defender is still the best option to go with?
I mean, honestly, if you want to change, you can change. The problem is, we are never surviving 4 of us last round. You see what I mean or not? Like, if
I
you
actually
check,
don't mind using defense.
Right.
Like, I'm tired of medical.
what you want to use, Narco, you can change, honestly. We need to play for the placement, bro. Like, the thing is, shield is better if we are all alive, but the way we play, I think we should all just play for our own survival. Like,
Yeah.
stay together, and from the moment it goes crazy, we just all split and try to survive. But yeah, I mean, play the class you want, actually, just. But keep the class, Vague, keep your class, like, we need your class.
Nah, medical go for use.
Very
What
much.
class you gonna use, Narco? What class you wanna use?
Ravager launcher, imagine.
Bro, if you get a kill with that, bro, MVP.
Imagine. I think I'm gonna go Trickster, brother.
Just keep medic.
Trickster or Rewind.
Yeah, use rewind. In case you have a bad station, you can just pick tag and rewind though. I'll just keep the medic. Well, I think I'll just camp more, guy. There's no point I say, man. See the way the guy kill me.
There's a player missing in the lobby though.
Yeah.
But it's good, bro. Look, the place where we're landing is so random that small teams are landing on us.
Yeah, if we can farm little kills to like final circle, yeah, we can actually survive final circle.
Bro, it's crazy.
That's what I found.
People telling in my chat that I'm stream sniping. How is there no delay on the stream, by the way?
Stream sniping, okay? Nobody stream sniping. What are they saying?
How can I freaking stream snipe, bro? Like, there's people everywhere. There's people everywhere. How am I supposed to stream snipe?
Be right back. Hey, another 2 hours. What's the right back thing? Right back thing. They can actually calculate the points while we play the next match now. This bribe back should be only for the last game. Like, they should calculate the next points while we play. After we play, they'll calculate the next point. So after last game, then we will just
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah. What's up?
You wanna try the misdirection with me and play Rewind?
Oh, you want to play rewind? Yeah, I can do rewind. Go ahead.
I mean, honestly, Vic, play whatever you feel the best. Like something you know. Well, right now, in
Are
this
you allowed
case,
to- Are you allowed to double up classes or no? Is that allowed?
no, you can't. It's not possible.
Yeah,
It doesn't work.
no, you can't.
Alright, I'll do rewind then.
Okay, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Is that a stealth or is that disrupt? Which one is it?
What did you say?
Oh, I found it.
My
Yeah,
bad,
I found it.
I did.
Are you a little bit far from the microphone, back?
Oh no. I was asking where I could find the setup. I just found it.
Okay.
Wait, Slash, did you confirm your Tuesday before you died? Is Slayer here? I think you did. If I use Porter, I have to be putting myself in position of using the class. They go come on my teeth. Let me just stick with medic, guys. I don't need to still kill. Let me just stick with it. I'll just camp more. I need to upgrade my medic so I can stay outside zone a little bit. But people are not really using medic though. No, don't worry. We're actually doing okay. We don't need to change a lot of things. Mono go affect us. It's okay like this. Vay can exchange class with Nako. And Vay will use probably rewind. And I'll just stick to medic. Medic might probably be more important later. What if we just survive?
Thank you, Sicario. Appreciate that. Almost on TikTok, bro. There.
That first match now. Medic day important. Just hold on. But this thing is. Oh, they are back. Ah, thank God. I'm back early this time.
Lot was Eddie and Senior J. They had 5 total kills, finishing in 4th, which is where a lot of the points come through. The peculiar thing, and we talked about this a little bit, the most overall kills on the lobby for that 3rd drop was actually from Noah's team, and they had a ton. I mean, they had 20 total eliminations. Crazy scenes, but they finished in 5th. So again, those point totals are only going to make up for so much. And as I'm actually taking a look at this, it looks like our players are getting the announcement that there was a player DC and an audio bug. So apparently we're going to be replaying map 3. That's spicy. Okay. Did not see that coming.
Wow. Yeah, that came out of left field. I just seen that announced into the chat, and I'm sure there are some players that performed badly in that game are extremely excited about it. Sorry to the Latin American team, but we're going to need to run that back.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. I didn't know that was the case. So we're going to get a map 3 restart, and then we'll talk about all this all over again. And then we'll do 4, and then we'll do 5. Really, what you guys should be saying right now in chat is that this is rigged because we just want to see a zoo zone. That's all we want. But it's not about who finished where. It's just all about we want to see the zoo final zone. So hashtag rigged zoo is what we can start trending.
That's a fact. I want to see some crazy fights go down in the zoo. There's a lot of areas where you can get fights and some secret tunnels in there that a lot of these players may or may not know about. So those would be some good fights to see. Or just give us a sanitarium zone. I would take that too.
Works for me. I mean, we've only seen Sanatorium on really just the jump to this point. We haven't seen much in towards Industrial, haven't seen much in towards Zoo outside of a couple of teams that got pushed off in the last drop that had to kind of rotate that direction kind of late. But a lot of the early battle has been happening up by Parish, which is just so surprising. Maybe some of that, again, is just kind of a byproduct of we're always up there because the final circle keeps pulling us that direction. But a lot of our top teams to this point have been finding success landing over towards that Parish side, fighting off 1 or 2 opponents, and then putting themselves in a position to be near the final zone. Have not had to do much in terms of rotating. So yeah, it should be interesting, I think, just to see if they do get called upon to have to rotate, what their actual strategy looks like and being able to maneuver away from a very isolated area down into some of our main points of interest on the lower side of the map. So should be interesting to go, but I believe everything is good for map 3 drop, just waiting on the game to start.
Yeah, we even seen up there in Parish, when 4K had the snowboard, they still couldn't get out of the situation. And that's why that's such a bad area to go, especially when the zone pulls to the other direction, the other side of the map. You just cannot find your way anywhere in terms of rotations because the actual map goes uphill and the
Like the miscommunication there at the end where we were in the bottom with the waiting of the stairs and not being able to take top is what fucked us. Because top, if we would have had top control.
Mobile battle royale. I mean, again, not having the same expansiveness of having vehicles. I mean, we saw in anniversary events previously, like helicopter strategies were everything. We don't really have the same makeup of that here on Cry, so it is kind of fun to see the players shifting towards trying to best move around the map without that resiliency on things like helicopters and things of that nature. So it should be interesting, I think, just to see how our teams who have found success with it already keep finding and producing that success, where others need to kind of maybe learn about what they want to do rotationally, especially if they keep dropping towards that sanatorium side, that lower right side of the map, and they have to keep moving across all of this open ground just to put themselves anywhere near some of those final circles, which seems to have been, again, big problems for so many of our teams so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope to see some people land into Industrial Plant just because we haven't seen it on stream yet. And to some of the casuals watching that haven't really played Cry thus far, it would be a good place for you to actually see. You can get on top of all of the buildings over there, and you can even get on top of the storage silos as well, which might surprise a lot of you watching at home, because I don't think that's actually meant to work that way, but you can get on top of them if you want to. And it's also, I guess, a different style of building over there. There's not much verticality to it, but there is a lot of places that you can camp and kind of go in a little hidey hole and play out your camping dreams. But we're about to get into match number 3, the official match number 3. You know, last one was just a warm-up, so this one is the real thing.
Yeah, after the tech issues, we got to get our players another chance to get the fingers all hot and bothered, ready to go again. So yeah, it should be good. Just waiting on that to drop on in, and just kind of maybe speak to it while we're waiting for this game to fully load up. You know, those final circles that end in populated, more village-style areas with tons of buildings, that could sometimes, again, lead towards what weapons do you have in the final circles? Because we've seen a lot of players defaulting for ARs, having a couple of players on their team with sniper rifles. We haven't necessarily seen the same kind of SMG gameplay that may be required if we do finish in one of those more close-quarter areas. But that's all for a later decision, as we have a north to south plane right across Parish again. So we'll see how many of our teams decide to try to battle it out early.
Of course we do. Of course we see another Parish drop. I'd say we're going to see the similar suspects that we've seen in the first 2 games landing over at Parish. And to be honest, I think that the majority of players have found themselves a spot where they like to drop, and they're just going to go back to that same spot every single game, especially if they're there kind of uncontested. Parish, of course, being the exception. There's enough there to go around multiple different teams, but loading's going to fall straight off the bat to Super Jeff, along with Tokyo dying to Low-Tex. So that is... I believe that's 4K Parish.
Yeah, that has to be. I mean, that's where they've largely been dropping. Low-Tex has cleaned it up. He's already got himself 2. So that 4K squad in a little bit of trouble here early. Again, if you're joining us here late, we are playing with the auto revive until pretty late on into this game. So it's one of those that you don't get punished too much for dropping early, pending your whole team doesn't get eliminated. And yeah, you can kind of see it there in the top left-hand side of the map. That's the G team that was the 4K squad. They tried to square up early, did not fully work out, and now they're rotating back through Timber. We've seen this before.
We absolutely have. Timber's not the best place to go for loot, but I think they'll be fine to stay in Parish since they have the top area of the church and basically locked down. And there's actually quite a lot of loot in there, surprisingly enough, if you go scouting through it all. And Noah's team moved down to the bottom of Parish, so they've split up quite well there. Unfortunately, they did get a couple of points off Team 4K, and since they are in contention to actually be the winner, being obviously Low-Tex's team because they've been performing quite well recently, it's kind of a sting in the behinds of Team 4K because they're also up there on top of the leaderboards.
A big battle between 2 squads that find themselves vying for those top 3 positions. Again, $10,000 for first. Not a small amount of money. And well,
absolutely not. And unfortunately for them, Idiot's team aren't getting wiped whatsoever on the kill feed. Yeah. They seem to be having a lot more success on their drop than any other top team.
That's a really good point. And I mean, again, we've seen individual kill leaders show up in a multitude of different teams. We kind of have to throw an asterisk over that last drop since it technically won't count. But those individual eliminations don't maybe mean as much as finding yourself in the total final position, but it does help. I mean, you find yourself finishing in third, but you have 15 kills. You've reduced the entire placement of another team in front of you. So, you know, there is a level of value to playing aggressive early, especially if you do hold a bit of an edge. But now you can kind of see it over the big mini-map once more. Not a lot of action underfolding. Maybe some action here in Sanatorium. You've got 3, maybe 4 teams that might have to rotate the same direction, as we are finally going to see the circle move a little bit more over towards that zoo side of the map on the top right.
Finally. Oddly enough, there was somebody in Team C up at the top of the map by themselves. I don't know what they were trying to do over there. Maybe they were going for a snipe? He's literally right at the top middle of the map by himself, just chilling. Is there loot up there? I've never even been there on Cry. It doesn't seem like a place where you would want to go, but yeah, it's Muska. What is he doing up here? Is he just trying to play his life? I don't even understand. He doesn't even have a sniper to get any kills long range. I suppose he's playing some sort of like, oh, he is. He's playing a scout role. So right now he has the class ability Airborne, which means when he gets information, he can pop that down on the ground, get into it, and basically fly away, getting all the information for his team on the whereabouts of enemies around that area, which is actually a super good play by him. I didn't even think that would be a possibility on this map, but here we are. His shots are going to go down. Tom Pips is hitting a lot right there. They're going to rotate over back behind, and Muska's going to get that information on top of the map even further behind, because he does have that really good spot on the hill.
Yeah, that's what we call playing the long game right there. May not be
Absolutely.
a fun individual lobby for him, but that's all about trying to play for the best placement possible. As like you mentioned, a little bit of a battle here between Father Ali's team and Tom Pips, but looks like everyone is happy just to kind of forfeit the battle and move over towards just fighting another day. And in that moment, a chance here for the rest of this Tom Pips 4K squad to move a little bit further up the slope. In fact, they're actually kind of chasing the rotation of Father Ali's squad. So this may lead to a bit of a skirmish. It just comes down to, can they cut them off from the rest of this village over here just as they try to make their way in towards industry?
Yeah, absolutely. As you can see as well, they're getting knocked down by an SMRS from Malay. Not only that, but Muska and his team are over on a third-party position right here. And if they rotate into there, Muska is going to be able to land shots because they're out in the open, along with his squad as well.
And they kill
So far,
FDC
only
4K. They're going to get some of their revenge against Loading's team earlier. That was the opening battle that they had over towards the Parish. And they have battled back pretty nicely. In fact, now all of a sudden, you saw it, Father Ali just gets knocked by Park. So there's going to be about a 3-party situation down as we rotate over to see what Winter and Salty and Rosas are able to provide here on the bottom side towards station. They are by themselves, so they're going to have a lot of space to hang out while most of the battle is happening up towards Zoo.
Absolutely. Shots are going to go down again, and Malay is able to get a kill onto JHC from behind. The knock goes down, but he is also going to get knocked by Cod Ninja with the trade kill, and the finish is going to come through easily in favor of Cod Ninja. Also a Battle Royale champion in the $10,000 series from this summer. He's looking exceptional and has been for the last 6 or so months, but there is 3 different teams inside of Zoo, along with 1 team outside of it just barely. So this is going to be an interesting final zone, because we have not seen that just thus far. Magic able to get a knock onto Wagner as well. Shots go down again. He's getting the 2-piece. And Cod Ninja's able to pick up the 3rd. Rotisma's getting knocked, and that's going to be all she wrote for that entire roster, as they've just got the squad wipe onto that whole team.
What an unbelievable 1v2 moment right there for Magic. I mean, flat out looked like he was going to be completely overwhelmed. He found himself out in the open. 2 players in front. Actually, there's a full team in front. The rest of his squad not even anywhere near him. And he still is able to down 2, hold his life a little bit longer for help to be on the way. And then, yeah, the full wipe comes out. So our first squad does get eliminated. Moment here where Returning can get back into the battle off the drop, but he's dealing with some very bad weaponry right now. Shotgun LMG combo, not what you want. And he's just trying to play his life, see if his teammates could do some damage for him, as, yeah, this is not a healthy spot to be in.
No, and that's how Bobby plays all the time, so I'm not really too surprised when we're looking at his POV like this. Ooh, a camp kill could have came down right there, but unfortunately not gonna happen, as he gets knocked from behind from Panchito.
Happens that quickly. So Grow and Panchito, Alexa Exotico, they were the ones that won our first effort at this 3rd lobby. Still putting together some pretty decent kills. but the thing about this is, as much as they're comfortable for the time being with these eliminations that they're finding, they will have to rotate away from this at some point, but not before apparently finding essentially another full-on wipe. They are going to miss out on one more player, I think, for the squad wipe, but the kills are being tallied. In particular, Exotico has got 3, with still so many players left alive.
A lot of players left alive indeed, and there's still many people inside of Zoo. COD Ninja's team, which we just seen wipe another, are still there. Muska is back to where he was earlier in the game, so he's just watching this all unfold on the map. And it seems like they might even go in for a fight here. They're going to need to rotate into the zone. I don't think they realize that they're right in front of them either.
Yeah.
Footsteps must have been heard. They must be seen on the map. It looks like Panchito's up first. It's Latam versus a multicultural roster right here as Parker is one shot ready to get taken down. There he goes. Panchito gets the frag. Knock comes through. A medic is placed on the ground, but that's not going to be enough as they're actually going to try and push out of this situation and get a team wipe. Fortunately for them, COD Ninja is able to rotate out of the situation along with the other 2 players on that team. Parker eliminated entirely. I don't think he's going to be able to get revived back into this lobby.
Yeah, it'll be tight. The thing about this, though, as much as the elimination is good and it allows the team to rotate, there's still some decisions that have to be made from the very extensional parts of this circle in terms of how do we want to go to the next spot, knowing that there's at least 3 more players possibly in front of us and likely more teams beyond that. And they are going to go up and around towards the left-hand side. You can kind of see this will be the slow side of the circle. So that's a nice idea in terms of the rotation overall. They should be able to get there no problem. And meanwhile, we jump back over to... Yeah.
You also have a great area of station to work with over there on the bottom left-hand corner of the next zone. If they had went either top or middle, there wouldn't have been any high ground buildings to use. But now, since they've chosen that other way, they should be in a good position.
Yeah, and there's only one other team that was still in station. That was the team that landed there initially, I think. So yeah, you can kind of see that that's the D team that finds himself there. Important to note, though, that the other team rotating away who we're on board with here for Magic and Ninja, they were able to get Parker back. And now it's just down to how do they want to rotate in. They're getting a lot of space in front of them, unbeknownst to them, but there's going to be a lot of sound and a lot of action over to their right as the rest of our teams on that cliff side and over towards Parish are rotating in from the north part of the map.
Absolutely. I think they're going to have a worse time rotating into the zone. If I was them, I would probably just take the zipline position because that area actually has some cover on it instead of going for a middle of the zone play. However, if I was Panjito and the Latam team, I would go straight into station and work my way through there. It's interesting to see how Idiot and the squad are playing right now, considering they're camping in one tiny shack. But Slayer's able to get a kill onto 4K Tokyo, and it looks like they're going to be in a battle right here, getting swung from behind. Veg's going to get knocked straight off the bat there by Holy Father. Can he get another or even get the confirmation kill? He's actually going to go for it. The smokes are coming down from the other team. This is a very solid team, being Slayer and Kingney still alive. But it looks like they're going to rotate out of that situation, and that's going to be all she wrote for this fight so far.
Yeah, they're in a little bit of trouble here. I think there may be some comms coming from their other teammate who's like separated in front. It's Super Jeff, who I think is mostly chasing Slayer's team, or at least keeping an eye on them. And there was a moment where it looked like we weren't sure if 4K were going to back up towards Agabu's position or move forward towards Slayer's. And I think it is just, yeah, Super Jeff just looking to see what information he can find, as they do have isolation here onto these two players out of our F team, but more shots are also happening from behind them. So decision time here. As we head back over to Idiot, and he's able to get himself replated back up. He's got Agabu's team kind of nearby. And they're just going to hang on to this shack for now, not do anything too crazy, just play for the positioning, as they are the team that kind of finds themselves just inside the circle, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, just barely inside of it.
One nade. That's all you need. One nade, and it kills the entire team. Through the window. Ooh, Muska's still camping on top of somewhere up here. Looks like a billboard. He's using his airborne to his advantage to just get placement points right now. Unfortunately, he is getting shot at by COD Ninja's team from below, but Kyle seems to have a better spot as he's right up on top and you cannot see it from down below there.
Yeah, these guys are... we used to see this back in the day when we were playing like around other BRs, where it's just like you just fly in the helicopter above everybody until the final circle, and then you drop in, try to go 1v3 it. But that is a position that, yep, as you mentioned, you can see a COD Ninja's team do know that there is at least one player up there, so they're keeping their eye on it. If they can find a way to get an angle, that'd be insane. But likely speaking, this is going to be Magic and Ninja and those boys just trying to find a rotation over, as they have also scouted a team over to their left. So they know that there's threats from multiple positions as they try to rotate a little bit deeper into the circle.
Absolutely. Team Latin America still holding down the station from the rotation that we seen earlier. However, 4KB team is sitting on the other side of that area as the Latam team have just full aped onto Lotex and Noah, and they're destroying them instantly. And another third party is going to come in from Team 4K very swiftly. Nades are going to go down from the Latam team. Here they come. Are they going to land any of them, or did they get inside the house? This Nades does land. Dodico's going to get knocked right here from Magic from behind. Medic is put down, which gives them health to use outside of the zone, which is very effective.
But there's going to have to be a decision made. You can't stay here forever. Do they go high? Do they go low? That's the current debacle between them. And you can see that the high doesn't look good. But with all these players down below, that doesn't look necessarily great either, unless they can find these free angles. Panchito and Alexa teaming up to at least secure a knock, as COD Ninja and the rest of this crew that's kind of floating in from the bottom will actually get the full elimination and the wipe. So now we're just down to 6 total teams. But this is not easy at all. I mean, the team that's up on the high ground definitely seems like they're in the best possible spot to win this lobby. It just comes down to where does this next circle move to, as everyone's kind of floating, looking for buildings to hold on to for now. And at the moment, for Parker and JHC and Ninja, they're actually in a really safe spot. Middle of the circle, they can rotate late if they want to as the circle starts to move.
Absolutely. I think Slayer's team has the best position in the zone so far. They've got so much high ground to work with right here, especially considering they get the next zone after this one as well. And they can just watch everyone rotate up from the low ground straight into their line of sight while using a heady to their advantage. I mean, it only makes sense that they have the best position here. But there is another team rotating around the side, and that does happen to be 4K's. The main roster with Holy Father leading the charge. They may get into a little bit of an early fight here.
Yeah, the other thing about this is I'm actually kind of surprised. I think they knew there was Goen's team and Panchito's team below them on that kind of side slope, but instead of trying to hold them when they needed to move through the circle, they're actually trying to rotate early, and they don't actually win it, as Team 4K, like you mentioned, is already set up on the backside of the zone. Panchito also pinching from behind, so surprisingly enough, it looked like Slayer's team was in a great spot. They don't really get the reward of being in that position, and now all 3 of our teams... 4 of our teams that are still alive are in pretty decent spots to kind of just hold their own in particular corners.
Yeah, that was a terrible IGL call. Whoever made that call, that was very, very bad. They should have picked one or the other, not went in between. They should have moved early outside of the zone or moved super late and took Panchito's team out. And unfortunately, that's going to be the entire team wiped just off that call alone. Now, down to the top 8 players.
Well, for Panchito and the boys, they're trying to see their results from the first attempt at this third drop still ring true. It actually may be better than the last one because you've got Panchito on 8 eliminations already. So definitely more to come, as this circle will now start to benefit Panchito and the boys, as this is not going to move over towards their backside. Both the teams still alive have to rotate towards them. So it just comes down to what decisions do they make. Team 4K on one side, Parker and the rest of the boys on the other. It is just Ninja and Parker for what it's worth. So it's a 2v3v4 to finish this one out.
I would argue that Parker and COD Ninja could do this by themselves, only being a 2-man roster, if they can go on to a third party here. But I don't think that's going to be the case, as they're going to be the first to initiate a fight, and the Latam team is going to get a rotate into the zone for free.
Yeah.
Oh, this has got to go in favor of the Latam team that won the try-hard, easy warm-up game for Game 3. They might even win the actual Game 3.
Yeah, 4K's in some major trouble right now. Holy Fodder and Peanut are just not in a good spot whatsoever. We're just dropping barricades, hoping and praying that we can find a way to stay alive. Not going to happen. Groen able to finish off the kill. Ninja still in the mix, though. Does find a down onto, and the finish actually part of it onto Potter. So now it's just a 2v3 to finish. And the zone continues to move over towards LATAM's favor. So this is one of those situations that you called it for COD Ninja and for Parker. They could possibly battle this back, but they're still fighting against every obstacle possible.
Absolutely. They are literally and figuratively fighting an uphill battle right here against 3 of the best players from the Latin American region, as they're rotating back down into the zone right here. The defender gets pulled down. He's trying to get the snipe shots across the map right here. Not able to land any. I'm not sure what's going to go down from here, though.
Oh, this circle now, it will just center up and start to move inward. And that's going to force this battle inevitably. And honestly speaking, where the LATAMs are, they've got some fence lines to work with, can block some line of sight, but the safety is limited. Let's put it that way. Parker, Ninja, trying to hold on to the barricade. Shots not fully landing for Alexa. Health now starting to come back in. The zone will start to shrink on up once again. Panchito just want to make sure he stays with the perfect loadout possible for him. And here we go. This has got to be the final stretch right here. How do you fight against this? What tools are still available? Not many in terms of nades. So Ninja and Parker just have to kind of go little by little with this barricade, which will eventually be out of circle. They honestly are at a pretty good central spot. They may get a look at Panchito and co before they have to alleviate and get away from this barrier.
I think they actually have the better spot here, especially since Parker does have Medic and Cod Ninja has the Defender. They can just plop a Defender down, then use Medic to stay outside the zone and try and do something that way. There's the Defender goes down while they're trying to War Machine them outside. And it looks like the Latam team are at a bit of a disadvantage here, even though they have much more player ground coverage. Another Defender goes down here. Medic
they're
also
working their way up. Battle of the trenches, quite literally. We've got barricade after barricade being dropped, but there's the first strike. Alex able to find the knock. Panchito off the side will finish it. 12 total kills for Panchito. And, well, may have felt a little bad initially that we sat there and said, well, we had some issues with some of our players. You guys aren't able to keep your results from the first attempt at this. Not the case here. They, in fact, say, bet, sounds good. We'll drop in. We'll get more kills. We'll still finish first. An impressive third lobby officially now for Panchito and the rest of the Latin American boys.
Unbelievable game by the Latin Americans.
Clean, absolutely clean stuff. So we'll do the quick tally as much as humanly possible to make sure that everyone's got all the correct points and everything's good to go. But that is our third lobby done and dusted here. Impressive. I think, again, I just wanted to take a moment to go back, though, talk about Vague's team, because Slayer was doing his namesake. He was frying everybody around the backside of that hill. There was a moment, though, where they found themselves a little bit stuck between do we want to try to hold teams from rotating in against us? Do we want to try to rotate early? They decided to rotate early. They missed up on their chances, and they find themselves in the middle of no man's land with 3 different teams looking at them before they were able to actually secure a good spot in that final circle.
Yeah. I feel like that was an indecisive play. They rotated a little bit too late to be in front of Holy Father's team, and obviously a little bit too late to hold the ground against Panchito. They probably should have just picked one or the other and decisively chose the option as soon as possible. Felt like a little bit of a delayed play.
Bit of a mistake, but such is the way it goes. Hopefully you live and you learn, and at the end of the day, they're still putting together decent placements overall. Quick tally as some of our screenshots from the scoreboard is coming in before we actually do our full look down. Yeah, Team Panchito and those guys, unreal stuff. 12 total kills for them in the first place finish. Ninja actually had 8 individually for him, JHC, Magic, and Parker, who finished in second. And then our 4K squad finished in third with 5 total kills. This will be officially the first lobby that we don't see a great placement for Vague and company. They finish in 4th that time with still just 4 kills from Slayer. So that's your top 4 overall after drop number 3. We'll do the tally on the overall leaderboard when we step back away. We're gonna head to a quick break. When we come back, drop number 4 on the way. Don't go far.
Wenn nicht, dann einfach einen Mobile Hotspot da so machen, also bereit schon mal vor.
Ist bei mir alles bereit.
Nice.
Scheiß Internetprobleme.
Bro, if you would not lag like that, we would have.
Top 4? means your average isn't 2 point something. So we're not in second place as average anymore.
Yeah, I feel.
So it's bro.
Yo, Slayer, can you like play it aggressive first, and then you play passive if you die once, so we can like get
It won't.
kills?
'85, 90 max.
फ्लाइट्स होटल्स एंड मोर सब मिलेगा अगोड़ा पे।
Hey guys, I appreciate y'all being here. Thanks for spending your Thursday afternoon. Where's everyone from inside a chat room here, man? You should have looted them. I know you wanted to. I mean, I'm looking at their boxes. I know that the one thing that was scaring me was like I saw that sniper glint. It's just my number one thing is that I don't want to sell. I mean, I'm so used to selling. It's just I can, like, let's say, hypothetical situation, I go out and loot those guys' boxes. It's not like it was completely out in the open, but if I loot those guys' boxes and I die, I mean, that's gotta be, I mean, like, brother, I'm doing looting that isn't 100% necessary, but would help. But I mean, there's so many layers. There's so many layers we just don't know. Like, dude, there's people from South Africa, Jamaica, Virginia Beach, dying to do the thing you never do IRL. What's the leaderboard looking like? I want to say, especially after that game, we might be in third here. Now, right, and I know, Simp, you even went and brought it up. Now might be the thing in which we do start going more for placement. And I feel like our team in general, especially with how Magic went and played that shocked game, I feel like we could play placement really, really good here. I really am just curious and saying exactly what I could have improved upon in that final gunfight. Because I was just, I mean, that felt like such a, that felt like I can't retain. I did not retain that last gunfight. I just played it. Right? That was really weird. I can't reflect because I was quite literally in the zone, and that's all I went and cared about. The Krig was so weak. Yeah, I mean, I think the Krig was all I got, right? The Krig was all I got. I think an extended mag, if I didn't even die in the first place, oh man. Dark Killer.
What's up, guys? Today we're diving into Zombies Directing Mode. And let me just say this run was something else.
Holy Father team is
I feel
supposed to
like
be one of the.
I feel like
one this event was literally made for Garena players, because I can see like there are 3 full squad. Yeah, with comp players, only comp players almost.
Bro, absolutely, I can complain about that because 4K team, they are all together. They are not mixed up like we are. You know?
It's not random at all. It's like, it's sad. It's sad to make the first.
So it looks like they have a
BR
fabric.
event like this. Yeah, but it's sad to make like the first big BR event so much rigged. Like, no, nothing makes sense anymore.
Yo, Mochi, what's up? so bored and tired actually. Like the BRB is tiring, guy. I'm not gonna lie. Won't fake no day room again, sef. Bro. That's now to go to sleep, wake up, oh. Sleep, wake up, sleep, wake up. Mhm. Why is everybody typing rematch in the chat?
Everyone wants to rematch because this time Holy Father got more points. It's just because last round. So those who got more points last round now lost everything because of rematches. Like obviously people are not gonna be happy.
You should cancel this rematch and just make this one last game and let everybody rest.
Yeah, cancel the rematch and I'm
Division had one chance to make everybody happy and they fucked it all already. Putting 4K in the same squad, not making them randoms, canceling matches, making us wait for like 1 hour to start a match. Well done, Activision. Keep like this. I don't think we're gonna do tournaments for a long time. Better like first do it. And at the end, I'll tell you what, Activision. I'm speaking about myself. Me with you, I don't have too much affinity. I would rather participate on a Ferg tournament than to participate on one of your tournaments. If I knew that Ferg announcement was made for your tournament, I would have never joined it. Straight.
This tournament is crazy, bro. Everything is wrong in this. Like, I don't know how you can fail hosting the biggest BR tournament. How can you host the biggest tournament and not even check your stream quality? Make 30 or 40 minutes between every round? Say that the teams are randoms when they are obviously not randoms, but they are more than not randoms. Some teams have entire roster comp. Like, it's like, okay, at the start nobody was speaking about it. Like, everyone knows 4K has an entire roster, but okay. But now rematching when 4K does top 5? That's definitely not normal.
Narco, please never join a Ferg tournament again.
They should just cancel rewind and make this one last round. More everybody go sleep. I don't tire.
Make yourself comfortable, boys, for another 2 hours before they start. Take a nap if you wish.
Ah. Wow. Chat, even if somebody enter this game with energy, say he won't clutch, but lie, energy don't go. I didn't sleep, I was sleep. Wait till we this. I should have slept better, sir. 9:58, guys. Oh God, 3 hours.
No chat, nobody's complaining about MS. Like 70 MS, 80 MS is what it is, you know. Some people have even more. The thing that we are complaining about is that they say to us that the teams will be made random. Activision, potatoes. And obviously, the teams are not made random. Nothing, nothing against 4K clan, but they are all playing together from the same clan. So if I have to play with other players, they should have as well have to play with other players, not all together. The advantage they have over the rest of us is that they play together for a long time and they know all the tactics and all the talkings and the strategies and all that stuff. This is one. Second, the rematch. That's bullshit. That's not my problem that Activision has a bug in the game. I fix it and fuck off. Alright?
Imagine how much better Codm would be if Activision actually listened to Narco and stopped promoting people that ignore the issues.
Thank you, Strider. Appreciate that. And third, from now on, whenever Activision hosts any other tournament, I will not be participating.
So
I'm
you're
not.
using the results. You are actually close.
I'm not a partner with them anyway. Unless
Yeah, but
Fergs
bro, we lose
host it,
everything by the freaking
I will not
rematch.
participate. And that's that.
We need to like have a little bit of kills and play positions. I don't know if that's possible.
They robbed us a very nice second place on the third match.
Wait, how many points did the other teams get, bro?
That's
Wait,
bullshit.
there's something wrong with this, no? Is there not something wrong? Bro, wait. I need to check the last results. Cause this actually looks crazy. How did some teams get so many points?
I think they got kills points.
Yeah, but bro, that many?
Yeah.
Like, keep in mind, this is round 3. Wait. So it means that Magic's team got 52 points? Top 1 at 22 kills? Bro, top 3 and top 4 and 5 were... Yeah, bro, this entire thing is shit. After second round, we had 20 points lead on top 4. So we had top 3 guaranteed. With last round, we had top 3 guaranteed, even top 2. And now we are freaking risking top 5? Bro, it's insane. Nah, there's no way, bro. 2 teams didn't get so many points. Wait. I need to check both things. There's no way they made such a comeback.
You have screenshots.
Yeah, I took the screenshots right now. I'm checking. Wait, so it goes from Groen and Panchi. They get 42 points? Winter's team? Where are they? Wait, 42 points? And the other team got 52 points.
The longer you remain on site, the more you may discover.
I
The
think we need to play
Kurahana
a little bit
Corporation will
aggressive.
compensate you
We
for
can,
any
bro.
additional intel you recover.
Yeah, that's why you cannot lose. Now, honestly, one of the teams going to do bad, bro. If we play safe, we bro. Look, we only got 18 points. Normally we get 25 every round.
Welcome to Battle Royale. The match.
I mean, what are you gonna say, bro? The entire thing is rigged.
Let's just continue. Let's continue with
Yeah, let's just do the same thing, bro. Just.
I have a team on the right side.
Nah, they're
They're
far
gonna
away, bro.
kill yourself out. Let's see how it is.
They're far away. Bro, it's my mistake.
So yeah, you know what all those teams are doing, yeah? They are feeding on all those teams that are really average. There are some teams that are actually worse. So they are
Yeah,
feeding
but
on
bro,
those teams to
we
try
are
and
also
survive.
an average team. That's why without the rematch, we're doing great, bro. We had 27 points. Like, that rematch changed everything. You should check the leaderboard. If you want, we can push, bro. They're fighting in Parish, but it's risky.
No.
But we can go for it if you want. Honestly, at this point, I don't really care anymore.
We wait see what's
I still
happening
wanna
in this
win.
match, bro.
Yeah, let's try our normal game here.
SMG
Nice
here.
sniping on top of the big thing. On top of Sanatorium.
I feel so slow. I can't even push. Okay, I feel so slow. Extremely slow.
There are people playing with airstrike bro in this tournament.
That's probably Eggman. Oh, it's actually good for the end zones. If you use it, like, he knows how to play it. Bro, if I had good loot, I could have reached the fights, but... So bad
Yeah,
loot
but
here.
1-7.
No, I don't. They are fighting in
I
the
have
main
come.
building, bro.
Come on, take 1-7. There's
I'm
BY on
finishing
me
loot.
too.
There's BY? Okay, I'm coming.
BY here, 1-7 on me. Come.
Okay, I'm coming. I'll drop Kilo if you want.
Yes, sir. Pick it up. Take BY.
Oh.
Yeah, and you can see what's happening now. You've got one player still floating in. You have, I think it's loading, or Lotex maybe. I think it's loading, or Lotex maybe, that's down below. Yeah, he's just kind of hanging and making sure he can keep his life while the rest of his teammates try to revive back. But this is not a good spot for him to be. He needs to collect the tag still, too, on the loading. So this is dire straits and what looked to be a super solid start for Noah's team. Instead,
Absolutely.
it completely goes the other way.
He's getting shot at as well. They've spotted him. Shot's going to go down again, and there he is, knocked down completely. Now it all comes down to Noah and CoScript. Lotex also needed his tag to get back into the revive flight.
Yeah, Noah's going to try to make a run for it, see if he can catch one of the two tags. Has to be careful as he gets back into the building, but I think he'll be happy to know that this is pretty much clear. Still a lot of work to be done here, though. And yeah, the loadout also dropping right in front of them, so this is only going to make 4K that much more scary. And not good news here for Noah. Trying to get around this side, but yeah, he sees players in front. He knows that he really cannot do anything too aggressively, and Holy Potter is going to, well, I thought initially see him, slides on out, and the shots from Noah are less than great, meaning that will turn into essentially a full wipe as CoScript just has to run for it now.
Oh dear, Noah was probably looking at his trading account right there instead of paying full focus to the game, as Patter's able to absolutely turn on him. And now it's all down to the main man CoScript. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do anything here, Shift, to be honest, considering he's probably the worst Battle Royale player that they have on their team right now. But if he plays the long game, he may be able to get one of the tags, possibly Noah's tag. I don't know about the other one. It's in dire straits right there in the depth of 4K's team.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to be sitting here for a while. The only benefit is the fact that he actually still finds himself in the next circle, so he can continue to try to play for these tags for at least a little while longer. Zoo, once again, will not be inside of our next play zone. Neither will Industrial. Sanatorium is getting cut in half. So once more, we find ourselves up towards that top radar tower where it's just the same ending circle we've had for the vast majority of our lobbies to this point. In the feed, you see Father Ali is able to find another kill onto Swifter this time around. And his tag down, the rest of his teammates are flying in, so Musa just has to stay here and wait for his teammates to get safely involved. But the loot for Muska is also not good, so this squad is looking pretty limited in terms of their potential to do much damage in this lobby.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure what Muska's trying to do with that airborne strategy anymore. It made sense if he had loot, but he only has a Groza in hand and nothing else, so I don't really understand what he's doing there. Like, you don't have enough plates, you don't have enough guns, bullets, anything to really make a play there after you're done scouting. So is it really the move? I don't think so.
Well, we'll take a look here at one of our teams that has been very successful in finding good placements, but not being able to turn it into a top 2 yet, nor have they really collected a lot of eliminations. That is Vague and Kigney and Narco and Slayer. Slayer in particular has had an individually great day so far. He's had a couple of really high kill lobbies, but he has not been able to see his team get to that victory at the end of the lobby, which would be huge for them, still floating in the top 5 of our standings. And they're just going to go to the tried and true strategy, just sitting in Sanatorium, just hanging out, waiting. They'll rotate if they have to. They've got the 4K team of Salty, Winter, and Akaza just in front of them, or essentially with them at this moment, but pretty far away from one another in terms of actually seeing much battle.
Absolutely. That's the great thing about Sanatorium is, especially in a late game zone, so many teams can make it in here and stay alive because there are different floors and a lot of different rooms on each floor.
Speaking of, seeing another instance of that with Idiot and Senior J. Valor still at the top of the leaderboard. As some action is going down, as I think Bobby's going to hit a snipe onto Potter.
The Holy Father.
That will work.
No
He's going to
way.
get up no problem, but that's still one of those that Bobby's going to be clipping for sure. And actually, they don't
Absolutely.
get the revive in time.
That's going to be a brand new YouTube video coming on Bobby Plays YouTube channel within the next 2 days, ladies and gentlemen. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. Hashtag COD Bubble Partner Moment. Looks like Peanut's rotating away from them as well. Are they scared of Bobby and the boys? Ain't no way.
They may just be a little bit split right now. Yeah, Tokyo is also down. His tag is still out. So this is one of those moments where they're just trying to play reset, wait for Potter to come back in. He's still waiting that drop in, and then they need to go play for Tokyo's tag, which I don't even know where it is at the moment. Oh, it's not in a good spot. It is completely surrounded.
Yep, absolutely. The whole team's sitting on top of it right now. Maybe they know that the tag was dropped and that he doesn't get back into the revive flight, and that's why they're sitting right on top of it currently.
Yeah.
Hacker coming in from Peanut. I don't really think that's a good option of an ability to use, but to each their own.
Yeah, to each their own for sure. So this is getting interesting because the circle is not just moving towards Parish, it's moving right on into the center of it, at least for now. We will get maybe some open ground final circle action on that ridge line that kind of splits between where we're at here and where the station is. And that means that those players in Sanatorium are going to be in some interesting decision-making positions because there are 4 teams who have to rotate into the circle from the bottom side of the map. We still have 4 teams up here on the top side of the map. And Tom Pips is sitting and hoping he can maybe find some more information here, but we'll just kind of play the building for now. Nothing too crazy as our teams. So again, they'll eventually have to hit each other up, but not for a while here on this side.
Absolutely. There's 4 teams in Parish, and then you also have a team rotating into Parish from that top side of the hill. But they may take the central zone spot, which I would argue is the better position anyway, to get better rotates from that. If you head into Parish and the zone goes down south, you're going to have to rotate up the hill, and if you have a snowboard, it's going to be useless. And if you don't have a snowboard, you're even worse in just a terrible position.
I see the loadout coming down, safe zone about to shrink. Going to see what this 4K team wants to do. Can they find a way to rotate back over and still catch Tokyo's tag? That's, I think, the big question mark now. That is your medic player as well for Team 4K, and that we know how important that role has been in the late game.
Absolutely.
So we'll see if they can find anything here. And, well, this is all about, again, do you get a read of where Father Ali's team is? Because you can see them there through the walls. They are on the back side of this play. You don't know what the team in front of you has done. And it looks like they may just be sending Holy Potter just to go try to grab Tokyo's tag by himself. Hard to say, but he was making that play. And yeah, they were going to find it. So that's going to be enough for Tokyo to be called back in. Maybe a moment of reset here for 4K.
Fantastic play. I believe he used a smoke bomber to smoke off the tag, went in, got it, and dipped. That was superb there by Holy Father. And definitely a great teammate to have by your side. One of the best players in the entire game so far this year. But it looks like there's a team rotating around the side of COD Ninja from the southern area of the map. They haven't fought them yet. They're definitely around there. I'm surprised that nobody has heard Lex's dad on top of the roof right here, but this is the team I'm talking about. They rotated straight in here, and now they have high ground on top of Team 4K already.
Well, the interesting thing is, like, it's Lex essentially. It looks like he's pretty much by himself up here. Yeah. He definitely is hearing Team 4K below. As some of the action starts to unfold, that's our top team in the leaderboard at the moment, finding eliminations. Muska has been dealt with after that kind of delayed play. That's from our C team. Kyle is also back there somewhere, but feels like an inevitability that this little split-up strategy between Swifter, Kyle, and Muska is just not really working out for them. So may just be down to how long Lex can survive up here on top of the roof.
It sure does look that way. I really don't think that's the move for this map.
Me neither.
You just stick together. And he gets killed, I believe, there. He was getting shot at. There it is. He's knocked.
And eliminated. So looks like that team will be one of our first to fully get squad wiped in this next interaction. Rotisma does see a team deeper. That's Parker and JHC and the boys near the ridgeline, and they don't need to peek this again. They're perfectly fine where they're at. And it's about that time of the map where you start to see magic popping off. He does that very often in these rotational moments. Rotisma's got to look at him, but it would be hard to figure that even a knock would lead to a kill after getting a shot to tag. So we'll see how things decide, because this team is looking, again, very comfortable here in the late game.
Absolutely, and they've got a great spot in the zone. They can look over the entirety of Parish, and I also believe they have a good rotation into the next zone as well. So in my opinion, they're in the best spot here, especially considering they have all 4 players up, and they're probably going to get a kill here onto Akaza. But unfortunately, somebody third-partied them from the right-hand side in Parish with a snipe from the XPR across the map. The smoke bomber should go down here, and they should be okay being able to get that revive back up without any consequences coming their way. Unfortunately, they didn't get the kill onto Akaza, which was surprising considering they were all looking right at him. So for 4 guys to shoot one person and none of them to land a shot, that might go down as embarrassing.
Just 1 point, though, not the end of the world, especially with them being able to get the revive, like you mentioned, over towards 4K squad. They've gotten back to full loot, although Tokyo is in less than a comfortable position with his loadout. He'll still be in fighting form, don't get me wrong, and all it takes is 1 kill to get the things you want, especially in this late game moment. So 4K is going to hang out, barricade them into the buildings. And yeah, this final circle fight, at least for now, is going to be all about what happens in these interiors. You see the circle also is going to move kind of away from this, deeper over towards Parish. So your A team, your G team, those are the squads that keep your eye on, because they've got the quick rotation in front of them. But you also got to keep in mind that like Magic and Ninja, they could try to rotate around the backside, but they are in a little bit of trouble as Parker has been hit by Rotisma finally, who also confirms their own kill.
Absolutely. I would actually argue that Magic's team has a really good rotation compared to even Holy Father, because they can get there first. They only have 2 players alive, which means that I don't think they'll be able to hold out long. Keep in mind, however, that the next zone only has 1 building left in it, which means all of the fights are going to happen here and now, as nobody knows where they want to rotate to. And especially if they're in the other side of the zone, they know that that 1 building will already be taken by the time they get over there. And that's exactly what's happening. The teams that are over on that side are trying to fight for that building, which is why Cod Ninja just dropped the Slayer. But these ones that we're watching right here, being Father Ali, they're going to be rotating in later, just because they're scared of getting too exposed in that empty open field.
We haven't mentioned their names yet, but Panchito and co are still alive, trying to make it officially back-to-back wins. Magic, he knows the importance of just trying to survive as long as humanly possible and get as many points as they can, but he will drop. So that team will be out, and we're down to our final 7 teams. 4K still very comfortable. Here's the rotation in from Panchito, with the smoke pushing them just a touch, and high ground above them. This is less than comfortable, to say the least, but they carve out a little bit of space to work with here, at least until Slayer's able to find them. Barricade drops down. The rotation back into the building not going to happen as Slayer finds another elimination, and the rest of the team is very aware that they are about to deal with the rest of 4K immediately.
Absolutely. There's a ton of action going down right here, and as I said, it's pretty much an open field, and lots of shots are going to come down in the way of Slayer as he spotted an entire third-party to tech. Snowboard comes in. He's trying to use that to his advantage to get in close to the next zone. This is a bad situation to be in. However, here Shift is, look at how open that safe zone is.
Yeah, we've got only 3 teams remaining. Everyone is falling so quickly. I mean, it's just one after another. And Slayer, well, he's just trying to skate his way around this as much as humanly possible. Last one left for his team, trying to get a second place finish if at all possible. But it's still full teams all around him.
How is he still alive?
I have no idea. Legitimately, everyone is shooting at him right now. How is he still alive?
Please, Slayer, stay alive, bro. Just a second longer. No! Oh, dude. That would have been such an insane clutch. I couldn't believe he stayed up that long. The snowboard came in handy there, and he was able to get an advanced shield up.
Sure did.
He did get a lot of placement points out of that, but unfortunately, he does fall down, and it looks like... Is that Idiot? It is. It's Idiot and Senior J still alive right here, and they're currently right up at the top of the leaderboard, so this is going to be a superb game from them.
Yep. Absolutely massive. 8 total kills. The win will make it 9, and the 30 points for first place. That's your team that's currently at the top of the leaderboard, and that will give them some significant separation. I think in particular the 4K squad dropping out. Panchito's team not quite able to rotate fully in. The Latin Americans couldn't make it officially 2 in a row. They were full heavy force, but again, that rotation just punished so many teams, you know, starting on the bottom side of Parish, having to cut across the entirety of it to get up to that north side. Very, very difficult. Hard rotation to pull off, and go figure, the team that rotates early once again finds themselves in the best position possible. Great map number 4 from all the guys that already find themselves top of the leaderboard. They got to be feeling like $10,000 is right there knocking at the door for them to take.
Absolutely. I don't even know how many points they have right now total, but they are looking fantastic. And I didn't even see them that much that match shift. I can't recall them aping any teams or rushing, pushing, being super aggressive. They seemingly played that pretty passive until the end.
Yeah, no, and they got a lot of the eliminations right at the end for what it's worth. And we saw them in the kill feed getting 5 or 6, and they finished in total with 9. So, yeah, definitely felt like that was kind of the way that bent out. Slayer, again, top overall individual eliminations, tied with Super Jeff. They both came away with just 4 this time. But Slayer, I mean, Vague and Narco, they got to be thinking like, wow, we picked up a great player here, because he has been, I think, individually the kill leader of the entire event. He has continually been 4+ eliminations for all of our drops. So great, another great map out of him. And wouldn't you know it, that comes with the boost of Vague's team continues to find themselves finishing in the top 3. So placement points plus 5 points for the kills. Not bad. They'll still be floating up there at the top of the leaderboard as well.
Absolutely. 4K did really good, but unfortunately, just really didn't place first. I mean, it doesn't really matter anymore, because the team that is in first just got a first place win. The next time we see this scoreboard overall, I think there might be a gap between first and second shift.
It definitely feels that way, but that takes us through 4 of our drops with still 1 to go. And I have a feeling there very well may be a 1v1 battle to who can determine who the winner is. So don't go far. We've got 1 more drop of the Cry Battle Royale Invitational at the backside of the break.
Another beautiful day in the city. Keep your dials locked in on Codm Radio.
Hello? I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked good, I would call her. Wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and a 6-foot parlor. Wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked good, I would call her. Wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and a 6-foot parlor.
Shall we smoke back to us? Or
I can, bro. Look, like, if you check, I still got 5 kills in the endgame. Like, the house we got gave me 5 kills, so it's actually worth it.
So
and it is, bro, that endgame was 4v4v1. So, but wait, so Holy Father's team got this round 10 kills. So they have 4th place, 10 kills. So they have 24 points, and we got 23 points. But they have 17, and they were already, wait, let me calculate. 17, and they were already 8 points late. So now they are 25 points late on Eggman. So top 1 is 25 points in front of 4K, and 4K is in front of us from 10 points.
Who's the Holy Father's team?
Yeah, Holy Father's team has 10 points more than us, and we're in 3rd place. If we get 3rd place, we still get 4K.
Right.
We can't do this.
But bro, we have freaking
player,
2nd
nice
place.
play, bro.
Imagine
Nice play,
2nd
nice play.
place, bro, if they don't rematch that shit.
Imagine.
I swear, if they don't rematch, imagine 2nd place. I swear to
Bro,
God,
with this team 2nd place, we're goated. Look, Lotix loading have less than half of our points, bro.
It's crazy. Yeah, we're
And
still gonna
Vegas
have to
wondering
wait.
what is happening, bro. But bro, that endgame I was just running around the drop 1 second and I had my smoke
Bro,
bomber.
if you add your smoke bomber, you probably might have been second
No,
because
I,
you would have
I had
escaped
two
really too.
problems. So if you check when I was running around the drop, I was trying to loot the boxes because there were smokes in the boxes. But I had to stop like 2 seconds to catch it, you know? Like I need to stop moving for 2 seconds.
I didn't even know how you did not die, bro. Like the movement, so not even much slide and jump, just
Just
left and
slide,
right,
hit the
then
walls.
jump,
Just
left and
if you
right,
slide
yeah.
against the wall, you can slide all the time. But bro.
I'm happy this is the last game, though. Honestly, aside the fact that it's a tournament, I am happy this is the last game. Like I'm tired of waiting. Bro.
Man, we should have
they are
finished
back.
1 hour ago.
Wait, they are back. They are back. Wow.
What? Who's back?
They are back. Like the event planner or the event man.
Guys. Played like a very good mouse. At the end, who was the mouse? They tried to hide from me. At the beginning, we were mouse, but later, enemy mouse. Okay, chat. Point difference between us and 4K team is 23 points. And Slayer's actually 3rd place. Slayer's actually close to first. Damn. Damn. How's slot 4? How's Parker 4th place? Okay, we have a 23 points lead, chat. It's like 23 kills. If we get next round 2nd place, we definitely win. If we get 2nd place next round, we 100% won the tournament. But I know what's gonna happen is I have a lot of people in this lobby who don't like me. So they're gonna focus our chat stream snipers. Chat, even if we shouldn't win the event, in my opinion, we are still the winners, bro. I don't fucking care, bro. I played on 120, 150 MS. And we still managed to perform like that. I still have more kills than most people in this tournament with 120, 150 MS. We are still the winners, chat. I don't care if we win at the end after next round. My team played so good. I think I played so good. We are still the winners, bro. I don't care. If after this round we are 1st place, 2nd place, or 3rd place, I don't care, bro. We are the winners, in my opinion. Which team is first? We are 1st place with 23 points lead. 2nd place is Holy Father's team. We have 126 points, they have 103. We are him, bro. Oha. 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 To the Republic. Thank you so much to the Republic. Chat, big double for To the Republic. Thank you so much, broski. Thank you so much, my brother. Chat, big W. Thank you so much for the support, bro. I am eating mango right now. If you would be here, I would give you also mango. Usually I don't share my mango, but I would share with you, bro. Okay, go. Go. Game starting. Get ready. Game starting, bro. Have a drink, also water. Stay hydrated, guys. Also for you guys who's watching my stream, everybody drink water right now. We're doing it together.
but I did see our production team. Oh, it was Akaza had it. So he had it early in, I think, what was drop number 2. So that bounty's already been claimed, but now it's just down to who's got the total individual kills, I think, because, again, I just don't see the 1v4 coming to light here in our final drop.
No, not a chance.
All right. Well, waiting on our 5th and final lobby. It looks like we're just about ready to go here. And we should figure out by the end of this one who is our champion of the 5th COD Mobile anniversary and our Cry Battle Royale Invitational. At the moment, we know who's got the target on their back. So I imagine we'll be spending a lot of time watching those guys move through the map. In fact, if we can, I would like to see where they drop. Because like you mentioned, Furry, we have no idea where they're dropping at. We don't know what their rotations are looking at. It just seems like it's all calm and casual until the final 5 minutes of chaos for those guys.
Absolutely. They're playing it safe. They're just going for the placement. And like we said before, the kills will always come if your whole squad is alive.
It's been the case so far because they have been not just surviving, they've been thriving. So let's take a look as we drop on into our final drop of the day and our 5th anniversary. Eddie has been one of the big kill leaders for this team. Senior J had a really good opening first couple of drops in terms of his individual kills. And it looks like they are the team that's moving kind of towards this south industrial position. So kind of staying away from the chaos of Sanatorium, staying away from the corners of industrial. They're kind of taking this little bottom corner of the peninsula and hanging out there as, Ballard, he finds himself dropped into Roses, and the sword shoddy combination will work out okay. Akaza trying to follow up for more, but it will be evenly traded out, and that'll be enough for this bottom Sanatorium position to work out for our team in first.
Absolutely. They're going to get 2 kills right there, and that's going to put them even further in the lead. It looks like it's actually the other 4K team have landed on them and tried to grief them. They must have known that they landed there, I feel like. I had no idea, but they're right there with them. And now they know where they are. They might even just continually push them to try and take them out of this game early and help their friends out.
Well, it's tough because that 4K team is still in tatters, but you can see that Panchito and Alexa have heard some of this, and they are the ones starting to rotate over just a touch. Keep your eye on that team in blue. That's the J squad, and they are still looting, but they are on the way over. Meanwhile, Lotex, he's been in a couple of battles. That's over towards the village side of the map, I believe. So lots of action here in the south part of our overall map. Circle will be pretty much open for everybody. But yeah, here's Panchito and co. They look like they want to make their move.
And it looks like they actually are going to make their move as the nade lands. Shots are going to go down here. Idiot's on top of the map. He doesn't get hit at all, but definitely a lot of damage done to the middle portion of the team who were in the house there.
So something to consider
away from them.
Yeah, but it's just, it's one of those things that, like, as much as we've seen this across a number of titles where it's like, you know where the team in first is, and part of you's like, man, I really want to fight those guys so they don't just get the guaranteed win. But at the same rate, you're also in the hunt, and you're sitting there thinking, well, we also don't want to get wiped here because then our chances of winning are just completely gone. So we'll see how things go. How about this rotation? Magic, he's found himself a little sliver, and now he's got an opportunity to possibly catch Panchito. He is full sending it.
He is. He's chasing them off guard right here instead of going for the actual leader of the game. But I mean, fair play to him. If you want to be super aggressive against one of the best teams in the game, the best Latin American team in this lobby right now, then by all means, go for it.
No, he's sending it. That's for darn sure. His teammates are right with him, so they are really trying to grief this rotation over. But if I'm being honest, the Latin Americans have gained enough of a buffer to be fine, especially with the snowboards out. Panchito might be the only one really in major danger as they rotate with the barrier and the outsides of the map to their right. Again, it won't really hit for too much, so it's not the end of the world if the circle starts to come in just a touch. But yeah, Panchito's going to kind of hold his ground here. He's kind of stuck in no man's land, and this could lead to him actually being a bit of a surprise factor. Magic doesn't see him initially, tries to turn and burn on him. Shots are decent. Magic trying to get back out of dodge, and he will stay safe for now. The rest of his teammates are following up, and Panchito is going to be lost for good. And that's not a good spot for his tag to be either. He may be out of this game for a while.
Absolutely. That was a rough situation for him to be in. Even if he had a smoke, he could have ran away from there, but he unfortunately decided to stand his ground and fell due to the consequences of his actions.
So now all of that right side of the upcoming circle will be owned by JHC, Magic, Ninja, and Parker. They put together a couple of good lobbies, just nothing consistent enough to be at the top of our leaderboard. Been in and out of it here and there.
Absolutely.
So
I'd love to see where Idiot and Balor are in the map right now. Considering we've seen them fight early game, I would love to see if they're still alive. They should all be up. Yes, they are. They got 3 kills on the board right now. If I was 4K Holy Father, the 4K A team, I would be praying that they die sometime soon. As Team E are still alive over... Still alive down to the left of Sanatorium, it seems. Interesting rotation by them.
Yeah, they rotated out of it, and now they find themselves kind of squared up with our C team, who could be just kind of... They were the team that had a lot of the early action over towards the village. That's Swifter squad, as Holy Father is able to find at least one elimination. But yeah, Idiot and Co. are just kind of hanging on the bottom corner of the map.
I think they're going to play late zone, it looks like, because they're moving away from the safe zone. So just to stop any early game death like we've seen from them once before, they're just going to continually rotate out. And if they have one person on their team at least using Ninja, I think that's actually the best play here for them to do. Just tank a couple of the zones, make sure that your teammate who has the medic has it upgraded so he can get one back faster, and then just take the damage.
Yeah. Well, interestingly enough, 3 teams have rotated over. I don't know if this is necessarily in hunt of our H team, which happens to be in first at the moment, or if it's just because they've just found each other and they keep shooting, and then it's just this little bit of attack back, stick and move type situation. But unfortunately here, for Kyle, he is in some trouble. He's got Swifter trying to drop back in. Muska is down and out. Lex has his tag on the ground still. This is not looking good, as here comes 4K. Tokyo off the top ropes, is on the chase. Kyle somehow still has not been shot at, but it only lasts for so long. It's Loading who actually finds the kill, so now 4K are going to realize, whoa, hold on a second, there's another team right on top of us.
Absolutely, and not only that, you've got the winningest team down below. The top 1 team being Ackman's roster are right there waiting for a third party if it comes to it between 4K and Noah's roster.
And well, Noah and Co. are just going to hold the high ground. 4K is playing the edge of this current zone, and here we go.
Oh dear.
Lotex and the rest of Noah's team are rotating immediately into Idiot and Senior J, and I think Lotex may have just seen this saying, whoop, oh, pause, let me just go over here, find myself a building, not do anything too crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they absolutely know. There's the loadout getting called in.
He spotted Ackman, he spotted Balor. Shots are going to go down here. He gets the knock on to Ackman. He gets dropped. Lotex unfortunately gets also knocked from the side here, and there may also be a third party coming in their way very, very soon from the side.
Unreal. It's just so quick. So Idiot will get tallied up for 2. The rest of Noah's team will just kind of pause for a moment and try to stay alive, but that looked like a absolutely brilliant moment for Noah's team to kind of catch Idiot's team out by surprise. From the low ground, they just absolutely melted. 2 different players, Loading and Lotex, both just completely destroyed in the blink of an eye.
You would have to hope if you're on Team 4K that you could shoot Ackman right here as he's moving upside the map, and 4K have that seaside position that we've seen from them earlier in the tournament, but I don't think that's going to be the case. They're just going to rotate back in for free.
Yep. That seems to be the case. Wow. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting kind of next couple of moments with these zones. We already have 2 teams that have been fully eliminated. I think a lot of them are just trying to full send it, look for as many kills as possible, and then hope you win, but it doesn't fully work out. So you got our A team right here. They've got a couple of players nearby that may force some sort of an engagement. That's Magic Squad, and they keep moving through this smoke. So there looks like there will be a battle here just in the backside of Industry. Lotex back up into the mix. He's been able to find a knock and a kill onto Akaza, team that really hasn't found much momentum at all today. And back over to our A squad, they really don't see much here. So Father Ali with Bobby, Agaboo, and Malay have gotten themselves a little bit more safety deeper into this circle, knowing that there's a team right in front of them.
Absolutely. I would love to see where the actual current score leaders are right now, being Ackman's team and also the 4K team, because I'm pretty sure they're in a fight. Especially Ackman's team.
You can see it in the kill feed. Yeah, Senior J's already found 1 plus a knock on another. He's going to get himself a 2 kill. So, again, it's just one of those moments that was kind of the stronger half of Noah's team from earlier that do eventually get kind of finished off. So, this is not good news. 7 total kills for the side of Balor, Senior J, and Idiot, and they are still in first. And we're down to 7 teams. I mean, if you were to beat these guys, you would need to kill them out of the lobby now in 6th, 7th place.
Absolutely. If you're Team 4K, you need to go up and wipe them right now. They are actually right beside them. So if they throw a couple of nades through those windows, something might come of it, but they need to be the ones that take them out and also probably need to finish first here if they want to stand a chance of winning this game. It looks like Akman's team are just doing too well as a group unit together.
It's just so tough. Has P not seen this? Oh, here we go. They're going to fight it out. Idiot, the initial shoulder, pushes back the play. Medic and White out in the open. The barricade well placed for Idiot. He's able to find the knock onto Tokyo. The fight is not looking good here for 4K, but Holy Father able to respond with a knock of their own. Trying to get back to safety. Idiot with the chase down, and not good news here. 4K in some trouble, as Idiot can make sure Senior J can just get right back up into the mix. And you got to keep in mind, there's also players behind this looking for a bit of a resurgence on the third party. And it's not good news for the 4K team as they get completely wiped out, essentially.
Absolutely terrible news for Team 4K right there. I really thought that they had the upper hand, especially using that divot in the ground. And the fact that Akman didn't know they were around that corner. But unfortunately, sometimes things just don't go your way. And it's looking like it's going to be very hard for 4K to take them off that top spot.
Yeah, sure does. That was the best chance for it. The only other team that we really haven't seen much of would be Vague's squad. But the fact that we haven't really seen them in the kill feed would lead you to believe that they are not putting up enough eliminations to do too much, and it looks like they may not even be alive anymore. Haven't seen them on the list there, so we'll see. Oh, there they are, just kind of losing out on one, but we'll see. I mean, again, it's 4K's team looked like they were the best to possibly dethrone these guys from the top of the leaderboard, but not happening all that well at the moment. So feels like it's win condition has been set. Can they find a way to stay alive? We still have 7 teams available here, so there is still the chance that even if 4K's team doesn't get the full wipe on them, someone else might, as we still have the revives alive.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, 4K are all back, but it's going to be needing to be a crazy end game for them. They need to rush absolutely everyone and get as many different teams as they possibly can right here. However, I will say Akman's team are in a little bit of a pickle. They've split up here in between 2 different rosters. If they all get wiped right now, there's definitely still a chance that they could go down and not finish this tournament in first place.
Yeah, stuck between a number of players, but again, it's going to be so difficult to wipe a squad inside of these buildings, because you get a little bit of damage, you get a couple of armor breaks, you think that might be enough, but being able to third-party doorway or third-person these doorways makes it so difficult to assume that you're going to run up a staircase at a team that still has 3 players behind that. So you can see what the strategy is. We've got the high ground, the top floor of this building. I'll watch the stairs off the third peak. You guys watch the windows. We'll just sit up here and hang out as the safe zone's going to shrink again. Will it force these guys to have to move? That's the only other question. I would assume based on the rotation, probably not, because obviously they've decided to hold on to this position as we have some battles happening for Rotisma. Decent damage, but cannot stay alive. A late nade comes through that finds the kill. And now we've got nothing but chaos underneath the bottom side of Sanatorium here.
I'm interested to see how they're going to rotate off Sanatorium as well. As Cod Ninja's actually lost a player. I didn't even see that happen, but Parker's been knocked. Gets the revive up as well, along with Magic getting back into the game also. But it looks like they just wiped the team.
You're down to 6. 22 total players. Parker gets back up. Ninja looking for full shields. We'll get it. So they're back into fighting form.
4K team still also alive right now, but they really need Akman's team to get eliminated here and a lot of kills. They could still do this. It's technically definitely possible, but is it probable? I'm not sure.
Yeah, not so much. I mean, 9 kills plus a 5th place position is likely enough for them to secure the gap, especially with 4K only on 4 kills right now. They would have to destroy the rest of this lobby. And it's a final circle that doesn't really give you an opportunity for that. I mean, in reality, I think if this was an open zone, we'd be starting to sit there and think, yeah, maybe. But it's just all these teams are going to find each other in weird spots to where you can't immediately fob up in 3rd, 4th party teams. And you can see what the call is going to be here with that circle moving further on the backside of the giant Sanatorium tower. This is going to put some pressure here onto our leaders to have to make a rotation if they want to stay alive.
It really comes down to where they rotate to. If they rotate down that southbound and they go onto the water, which it looks like that's exactly what they're doing, they're going to walk straight into 4K. Oh, here it comes. That's exactly what they're going to do, but they've spotted another 4K player behind them. They're not going to push him. They're actually going to run into the A-team roster, and it looks like they've been spotted. Shots go down, and it's currently looking like they have the advantage right here going into this 4v4 fight, as Akman lands a bunch of shots onto multiple players.
Ediot is able to just get so much damage early. I don't know if 4K was actually looking to their left. I think they were worried about the team on top of the tower, based on where they were positioned on that staircase, just trying to stay safe from the team on the high ground. Leads to a little bit of damage, but still not comfortable enough to push through this. Is our current first place team. 4K has rotated to the back side of the Sanatorium Tower. Where Eddie's team is at the moment is fine. They will be in this next circle. It just comes down to where does it move to afterwards. As Salty and Akaza on the other 4K team are just trying to stay alive. And, ooh, interesting. Magic's able to find Balor. So that's going to lead to one. Ali gets another. So hold on a second. A little bit of a pinch up onto our leaders. Eddie will also drop. They're just down to one.
It all comes down to this. Can Senior do anything right here? He's definitely getting one. He got one kill, but that's them fully eliminated. And now it comes all down to Team 4K. Can they win this tournament? If they get all the kills and place first, they can actually steal this from our current leaders. And I hate to say it, but that would be absolutely insane if it did happen. They do have the zone. They're in a good spot here. They have great rotations going into the next zone as well, as nobody's got that high ground with them. And it's here we can see Peanut looking for a player. There's two teams, one team to his left, one team to his right. He's deciding what he's going to do here. I'm sure the comms are going crazy in their voice call right now. His father's going to rotate over to the other teammate on his side. Tokyo gets killed by Magic, which is terrible. You should not be taking any fights right now as a solo. You should just be staying with your team, and now they only have 3 up. If they had 4 up, it would be a much better situation for them. There's only 8 players left in this game. It's a 3v3v2. Just stay alive. Don't take any fights. You don't need to jump off that roof either yet, dude. You do not need to jump off that roof either. Oh, there comes the smoke bomber as well.
Panchito's team's on the backside of this is actually forcing Ninja and Magic to have to rotate into a weird spot. The problem was these fences were not mantleable, so 4K got split up, and now they're back together again, but Peanut's going to fall to the zone. Magic and Ninja are pulling the backside of this warehouse. Fodder's also going to have to move in a little bit deeper, as Magic is going to be able to clean up Super Jeff. It's all down to Holy Father. He needs to clutch this up, but it's a 1v5. How do you pull this off? A 1v2, v3 situation. And Ninja's going to finish it. Going to get the kill. They're going to finish in third. It should guarantee our winners. Now it's just down to how the rest of the standings will flesh out, as Magic and Ninja are still alive and trying to win this lobby in a 2v3.
They should have stayed on top of that rooftop, like I said right there. They would have been in a great position to take people off the rotate, but I don't know why they decided to fall off the back end of it, and that's going to cost them the entire tournament. It looks like Cod Ninja and Magic have the better position in the zone right here. They have high ground and an easy rotate into the next zone. Cod Ninja could have got caught off guard right there, but they decided not to shoot him.
May have just broken the line of sight in time, because it looked like you're mantling over that wall and you're like, just give me over it. But he now finds himself, like you mentioned, in a super big power position, zone to their back. Smoke, good coverage, but here comes the battle, and it's just shots over ahead. Exotico's going to fall. Ninja peppering Panchito, who will also drop. Last player left alive is Alexa on the staircase. Nowhere to go. The 2v3 comes in, and a big win for a team that did find themselves pretty close into the top 5 throughout a lot of the day today. So that's going to lead to them maybe even breaking into the top 3. But the big news in terms of how our winners have gone, we thought that there was a window there for a moment, Ferg. It definitely felt like it with 4K being fully alive, but this could not rotate away to find the kills, find the win that they needed. So the assumption would be that Balor's team is going to walk away the winners, but you don't know. You never know. There's a lot of points in placements. We could have miscalculated, but we just work here.
Yeah, we're not sure confirmed 100% just yet, but I think they have it in the bag right there. Saying that, Panchito, like you said, they did perform really, really well for the latter half of this tournament in its entirety. So who knows? They could skew up the rankings right there. If they won that, it would be pretty close, but I'm just not sure 100% who is the winner just yet. We'll have to
take a look at this. The winner from the lobby, Ninja's team, they put together a tally on overall kills and eliminations. Magic had 8, Ninja had 4, Parker was able to secure 1. JHC was absent from that final battle as he was taken down a little bit earlier towards the revive being closed off. The team in second place was Groen, Panchito, Alexa, and Exotico. They only finished with 3 total eliminations though, so that may not be enough to do too much damage. The big problem was the opportunity was available for Tokyo, Peanut, Super Jeff, and Holy Father. They did not get the best of Eddie's team initially, but got fully reset, put themselves in a spot to possibly win that game. Could not do too much with it. So unfortunately, even though Senior J, Edio, and Balor get into a 6th place finish, which is good for the rest of the lobbies, I just don't know if it's going to be enough, and not especially with them having 10 eliminations on top of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think that 4K have a chance to win it, but definitely Debating Magic's team right now, since they got so many kills in that last game, they weren't terribly far behind. Now they were behind, but it wasn't like a crazy amount.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some math that happens, especially with, I think, the teams that are sitting between like 2nd and 6th. It feels like there could be some big movement there. As a reminder, this is what the prize pool looks like in terms of what we have available for our prize pool split. Of course, at the top, $10,000. Lots of money to be split up just between 4 different players. But beyond that, we also still have a lot of money to go. Everyone's going to walk away with some money. That's the big thing. 9th and 10th place will still walk away with $1,000. But from 1st down to 2nd, it goes from 10K to 6K. 2nd to 3rd goes from 6 to 4. And then there's 2K available for 4th and 1,500 each for 5th and 8th. And then, like we said, $1,000 for 9th and 10th. And then it'll be interesting because Magic finding all those kills at the end there, Ferg, he may put a bit of a running in towards potentially having the top kill bounty. We were talking about Slayer continually putting up big numbers, but those final 8 kills on a guy that's also been putting together some good eliminations very well may be in a position to steal away that total kill bounty.
Absolutely. I think Magic actually has it. For sure. He's just, I'm pretty sure, did he not drop like a double-digit kill game earlier in the competition?
I think him and Slayer both did. I think there was like an 11 kill and a 10 kill game from either of them respectively. So they were going like neck and neck throughout the entirety of the day with who gets that, kill bounty. We'll have all of that here shortly as our admins are still tallying everything up. I think the big thing here, again, top 3 is going to feel like the biggest amount of win that you had today. And the difference between 3rd and 4th being 4K to 2K is like the next major jump that you have. Everything else is $500 between them. So finishing in the top 3 is going to feel like a major win. It's just really cool, I think, just kind of, giving the reactions. New map, 5 years in. I mean, you said it's half a decade. Doesn't feel like that. Do you ever go back and like watch like your first video that you ever made in COD Mobile and be like, who is this young guy?
I did that recently, yeah. The first time I've ever done it, I went back and watched a few videos. I was like, damn, bro. Like, I'm grown now, but back then I was literally just a kid. It's interesting to see the growth of not only the game, but yeah, my content as well and who I was, yeah, for sure.
No, we love it, man. It's been a wild journey. It's really been cool, I think, for me too, is like being a part of just about every single one of our anniversary streams I've been involved with in some way. It's just always really fun to see what's still cooking behind the scenes with Activision and the rest of the gang putting together all these events. So big shout outs to them. We're just waiting on that final leaderboard again, just to kind of confirm what we think we already know. I think the biggest difference here is going to be what happens in that top 3 position, top 4 position, where again, a lot of the money has been reserved for. In particular, again, was there enough for JHC, Parker, Magic, and Ninja with the win, with the good amount of kills, to overtake some of the teams that were right in the mix, kind of floating for maybe a top 2, didn't quite have a good final drop, and that could be a difference of a couple $100 at the end of the day for them individually.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm interested to see, did anyone actually get a nade kill?
Yeah, Kaza did, I think, in lobby number 2 was the first nade kill. So
was it confirmed?
I saw it in the production chat, so I assume that we're using that as the confirmation for
it,
but
must be. Good job to
cool
him.
Stuff, man. Yeah, absolutely. And it's just one of those things that you always got to throw a little bit of extra spice into these tournaments just to make sure everyone feels like they're playing for something on every given moment. No, I don't think we had any 1v4 squad wipes though, unfortunately. That would have been hard pressed to do in a revive based gameplay like this that we get in Cry. It would have to be somewhere in the late circles, and let's be honest, 1v4ing in a late circle moment would be unbelievable.
Yeah, you would need a shotgun 1 pump on every single player to make that happen, and the likelihood of that happening is pretty low, especially when you're going against the best players on the planet.
Yeah. Well, we're hearing that we're just about ready to reveal the final leaderboard. So the big question, who finishes up on top with the $10,000? Of course, there's still a lot of money to be separated between the rest of the teams, especially if we finish in the top 4. My guess would be that there is going to be some movement. I would be, I think, surprised if there wasn't. I think, looking at how the last bit of that lobby started to shake up, you had teams like Vague not fully getting into the top 3 like they had been previously. So did they get surpassed? We're about to find out. Your winners are going to be Senior J Valor and Achman, 146 points. And how about it? The first place win plus the kills for JHC, Parker, Ninja, and Akaza will get 135. They will actually jump into 2nd place. The 4K boys who were there previously fall down into 3rd. And then the Latin American squad of Groen, Alexa, Exotico, and Panchita with the 2nd place finish there do get above Slayer, Vague, Narco, and Kigny for the top 4 position. Nice little late surgeons, though, I think, for those 2 teams in particular. But hey, it's one of those situations that at the end of the day, you want to be the champion. And wouldn't you know it, the team that really found themselves on top early continued to hold that spot throughout the most of the day today.
Yeah, congratulations to Ackman and the boys. Dark Horse team from game 1, and they ended up securing the win throughout the entirety of the day. Good performance there from 4K's team as well. I'm surprised by COD Ninja and that roster for placing second, but congratulations to them, and especially Parker the Slayer, because it's very rarely that you see him enter any kind of tournament like this. And yeah, I think this is a first for him where he's placed really high in one of these events, so congratulations to Parker especially.
He's got to be vibing with Cry, man. You got to get into the meta. You got to find your way to get through the map. And, well, so far, so good for a lot of our players. That's going to wrap our show for here today, though. Our COD Mobile 5th anniversary with the Cry Battle Royale Invitational. It's been a lot of fun, but now we got to go pick up the sticks and get on in ourselves. It's only one thing to watch. It's another to do it. So we're pumped to see you guys in the battleground. Until next time, make sure you guys are having a good time on Cry. Bye-bye.
Bye. See ya.
Thank you so much, chat, for all the support, guys. You guys are insane. Let me talk to my team, bro. My team is insane. I love them, bro. Yo, guys, can we marry all 4 together?
We won, bro. We won.
We won officially?
Yeah.
Holy father.
We won.
GG's.
We won, bro.
We won.
You sure? You sure?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just got the
Yeah,
GFX,
sure,
which
bro.
says, it looks so beautiful, bro. It says, Cebruski, Senor Jota, Balor, Akman, champions of Cry. Hey!
Champions of
It sounds
Cry,
like we are
brother.
crybabies, bro! What is this?
Big
GG's,
Tavares.
brother.
Thank you so much.
I'm
bro.
not a crybaby! It says champions of
Oh.
Cry! It says champions of Battle Royale, not Cry!
Fucking bro, bro.
Ah! Ah!
Alright, we gotta do that.
I'm not
Sigma first.
satisfied though, dude. I'm not satisfied.
Bro, I'm
dude.
also
We
not
could have done so much better
Same.
if we didn't
Bro,
have the issues.
Bro.
I was playing like a mouse.
Oh
Yeah,
god,
I
bro, what
didn't
is
play
that,
as
bro?
good as I could have. That was like peak
Guys, we
quality
should have
player.
all-
Guys, play with me, guys.
Do I sound like that?
Bro, I'm literally behind him. We're literally behind him. He's like, guys, play with me. We're literally behind him. Guys, play with me.
Bro, if I said anything toxic, you guys know we talked before, right?
Yeah,
No
bro,
hard feelings. I love you guys.
Bro. I swear, shout out to you, bro. I swear.
Guys, I'm so tired. I'm gonna leave the voice. I love you guys. So,
Warte,
Balor,
Akman, bevor
yeah?
du liebst, warte.
Ja?
Akman,
Same here, guys.
wenn du irgendwelche
Cebruski,
Tonis
Senior,
die nächsten
Akman,
Tage
take care, guys.
und
Big
du
Tavares,
das
guys.
hast,
Thank you
das
so
hätte ich
much.
schon Bock, wieder mal ein bisschen auszuprobieren.
Ja, können wir gerne machen. Können wir gerne machen, Bro.
Okay, easy.
Halt. GG's, guys.
Alright, GG.
Love you guys. Champions. Bye bye.
Love you all too.
Whew. Chat, I'm dead, bro. I'm dead. I'm literally dead, bro. Chat. Okay, let's get it back on. Let's get our new old setup back, bro. Donation alerts on. TTS on. Extra. Thank you so much for the money gun extra. I will check YouTube in a bit, guys. 1 second. Change. Thank you for the controller. Actually, you know what? Thank you, everybody, bro. Thank you, everybody, for tapping the screen chat. We hit 3,200,000 likes on YouTube, on TikTok. How many shares? I can't even see. We hit fewer records. I think the peak was like 15,000 across both platforms. I don't know, but I think it was 15,000. And peaking 15,000 at the time, like, ooh, the champions.